Hi guys, welcome. All right, I'm just making sure that I am showing up on YouTube real quick before we get started. Yay, there we are. Okay, guys, welcome to my studio. Looks a little bit different today, doesn't it? So I am using StreamYard in lieu of Minicam. I've been having a little bit of issues with my Minicam lately, so I've heard a lot about StreamYard, so I thought I would try it out. It is new to me, so there is a learning curve on my part. So please give me a little patience and grace while I figure out this new technology, but I hope y'all do enjoy it. And guys, as you hop on, say hello. And if you come back and watch the replay, comment, let me know that you stopped by. I am so glad that you joined me to craft today. If you have not joined me before, I'm Debra Harrison with Simply Sweet and Neat Designs. And each Friday at 3 o'clock Central Time, I come to you with just a fun, quick project to kick off your weekend. So guys, today we're going to make a really cute spring project. And I am wearing my jacket because it is cold here in San Antonio. We had like, what was it? Tuesday was like 86 degrees. And then the last few days, it's been like 36 degrees. So I am cold. For my northern friends, you're probably laughing at me. But anyway, I figured it'd still be fun to make a spring project. So I found these really cute wooden boxes at Dollar Tree. And I wanted to share with you this week because you know how Dollar Tree is. You find something, you love it, then you go to try to find it, and you can't find it. So I thought I would go ahead and share it with you while there's still an opportunity to buy these baskets. In fact, I just bought these probably last week, so they should still be available. I'm going to be using the Timeless Tulips stamp set and punch. This is part of our annual catalog. So if you have that, you can go check that out or shop online. You can go to my blog, Simply Sweet Ink Designs, go over to the shopping link and search for Timeless Tulips or Tulip, and that will bring up these products. Really fun, beautiful products to use. And I thought they paired beautifully with the Flowering Fields Designer Series paper that's new in the spring mini catalog. But I am pairing in the Special Moment stamp set to be able, this is one of the stamp sets that you can get free with a $100 order during Celebration. Celebration does end on Monday, guys. So if you've got a wish list, go ahead and start shopping. And you can earn this with a $100 order. Really awesome set of sentiment stamps for your collection. All right, so let's go ahead and get into today's project. Now, I will tell you, I am using the free version of StreamYard, so you will probably notice that the video quality isn't quite as crisp as maybe you're used to seeing. So I just want to make sure that I'm going to like this program before I invest the monthly fee. So hopefully you will just bear with me. It does still have pretty decent video quality. All right, so we are going to pull our supplies in, and I am starting just with the basket itself. This is the wooden basket that I got from Dollar Tree. The first thing that I want to do is I am going to untie these little, untie the twine, because I'm not going to use their twine. I'm going to use my own ribbon. So we're going to get rid of that. You can use it for another project if you want. Then what we're going to do is we're going to start with the project sheet. Now, if you're on my email list, you're going to get this project sheet in your email tomorrow afternoon. It'll have all the supplies that I use as well as the measurements. The only thing, like the box that does come from Dollar Tree. So if you can't find this particular box, you can always adapt these measurements to a similar box, because I know these crate boxes are very common to find in your craft stores. Now, one thing that I'm adding new for those on my email list, I am adding a shoppable link. So obviously, when you print it out, you're not going to be able to click on it, but in the PDF tutorial, when you click on this link, it will bring you to a shoppable cart where it has all the supplies that I used for the project. You can unclick the ones that you may not need and then add the rest to your cart. Just really easy shopping. Now, I will tell you, there is one ribbon the ribbon that I used today, I realized had retired. I totally forgot that it had retired. It is the Blushing Bride frayed ribbon, but just substitute with any other ribbon you have and it will work just fine. So anyway, if you're not on my email list, make sure you go over and subscribe. The link is down in the post below. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take 2 pieces of the Flowering Fields Designer Series paper. And what I love about it is it coordinates beautifully with the Timeless Tulips, matching the tulips in the stamp set. So we're just going to glue each of these pieces on. Now let me give you the measurements. They measure 2 3/8 widthwise by 3 inches across. So 2 3/8 by 3, and we're going to glue to each side of this wooden basket. Now I do have holes in each side of the basket. After this dries, I'm going to come back and I'm going to poke holes in there so that I can string my ribbon through. But I want to make sure it's well dry before I do that. Okay, so while these two are drying, I'm going to take some other pieces of the Flowering Fields Designer Series paper, and I'm going to cut 6 strips. Each of these measures 5/8 by 3 1/4. Now this is generally a 3 by 3 wooden basket, but from edge to edge, it's actually 3 1/4. So we're going to glue each of these onto the slats, and I chose the green print from the Flowering Fields Designer Series paper. You know what, guys? I think I'm going to make this easy on myself, and I'm just going to add the glue onto the wood rather than onto the paper. I think that will go much faster. So do that. Oh yeah, much faster. And then we're going to do the same thing to the other side. Put glue on each of those slats and put the remaining 3 strips on there. Hello. Hi, Tracy. Thank you for joining me, sweet friend. Oh, from Maine. I would imagine the weather is cold for y'all up there. It's unusually chilly for us here in San Antonio. I'm more of a spring and summer girl, so this is kind of not my weather. All right, so let's let that dry for a little bit and we'll do some stamping. So what we're going to do is I took a label that I die cut out ahead of time from the Tasteful Labels dies, and I'm going to take my Evening Evergreen ink pad. Now, if you don't have these exact colors, it's totally fine. You can swap out with whatever green you have. And I'm going to take the sentiment from the Special Moment stamp set that says, "For someone who is wonderful in each and every way." Now, what I want to do is, if you notice on my sample here, I'm going to put tulips on the left. So I want to make sure that I position my sentiment all the way onto the right. So I leave room to add my tulip later. Okay, so we're done with that. All right, now I'm going to do some stamping. Now I want to stamp the tulip in Poppy Parade ink. And I'm going to show you a little tip with this too. So if you don't happen to have a particular color, I did not like the way that turned out. Let's try it again. Let's press a little bit more in the middle. There we go. And that's in Poppy Parade. I'm going to share a tip with you on how to get different colors from your Poppy Parade ink pad. Now, the next thing I want to do is grab the Granny Apple Green, and I'm going to stamp the large leaf petal here on the other edge. And now I'm going to punch out. So I'm going to punch out my leaf. And then I'm going to punch out my tulip. And then I want to stamp one more little tulip, and that is going to be the small tulip that is in the stamp set. Now I have 2 opportunities here. I can either stamp in Flirty Flamingo. If you have Flirty Flamingo, make it easy on yourself, just use it. But let's say you don't have Flirty Flamingo, okay? And you want to get that lighter pink color. So what I'm gonna do is I wanted to share with you, if you, it's called stamping off. Another term you may have heard is called generation stamping, where you can take one darker ink pad and you can stamp what we call first generation, and you stamp just as it is from your ink pad. Then you take it again, you stamp another time, and then you stamp again. And each time you do that, it gets lighter and lighter. So that's first generation, second generation, and third generation. And then I could just cut that out. And that way you can get 3 different colors from one ink pad. So that's a really cool little technique if you are still building your ink pad collection. I know for me, it took me quite a while to build mine. I would just, each time I ordered, I'd order like a pack of the paper, a re-inker, and the ink pad, and then slowly I built up my collection. So I went ahead and I've already cut one of these out, just using my scissors, and we're going to start decorating up our basket here. All right, so really I'm just going to be using dimensionals to add on my label. And I think I'm just going to add my dimensionals here on the slat itself rather than trying to figure out the center point. And we're just going to put that across. And then next what I want to do is I'm going to add dimensionals to my tulip. And I'm going to put the tulip just kind of at an angle here. I'm going to then take this leaf, add just a little bit of glue, more so on the inside part of it. Hopefully you can see that. Again, I know my video quality is not the best. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to add that there. And then I'm going to add on that light pink little tulip bed. And we're going to sneak that right behind at an angle. And then that is our basket. But remember, I got to come back and add my holes. So I'm going to take my take your pick tool, and I'm going to kind of punch a hole that way. And then I'm going to come back and do it the other side. On the inside, just poke a tiny little hole and then come back. All right. So any of you who are follow me on Facebook, you probably saw earlier this week, I shared a tip with you on stringing ribbon through holes, tiny little holes like this. And I do have to thank Judy Balmer. The other week, I was trying to string through some ribbon through a bag, and I was struggling with it. And she was so sweet. She emailed me and said, hey, I noticed you were struggling with that. So I am mailing you a package of dental flossers. I'm like, genius. Hello. So thank you, Judy. That was so super sweet of you to do that. And it is amazing. It's an awesome little trick to stringing through stuff. So I'm just going to take this dental flosser and I'm going to put my ribbon, just kind of hang it in there. And then I'm going to pull it through. And that does help quite a bit. So much easier. So I thought that was a genius tip. And I'm just going to tie it off. Try it again, tie it off here. Sorry, my cat is over here playing with my cords. Cora, go on, sweetie. She's interested in what I'm doing. All right, so let's do the same thing for the other side. I'm going to put that dental flosser through, string it again, then pull through. So much easier. All right, and again, just tie it off. And there we go. All right, awesome. I'm gonna rotate my ribbon a little bit. Cool. And then all I need to do now is just add the fun goodies, add a little shredded paper. Again, you can get different colors at Dollar Tree and just put that inside and then add your cute little candies and you've got a cute little Easter basket or just a fun little springtime basket for somebody. So guys, that is the project for today. Really simple. I do want to share with you, just to remind you, that Monday is the last day for Sale-a-Bration. That means two things. One, where you can get a free Sale-a-Bration item with every $50 or $100 order you place. Also, two, we have a starter kit promotion. For $99, you get $125 in product of your choice. You're going to get free shipping on your kit, free catalogs, a free paper pumpkin kit, and during Sale-a-Bration, you get 2 free stamp sets, which is really, really awesome. And guys, I know if you're like me, when you hear the word starter kit, it can be like a little scary, right? Like, oh my gosh, business, I got to sell something. And actually, guys, it's further from the truth. I mean, yes, you can. It can be a start to a business if you want to do that. It is very difficult to build a business. It does require a lot of work. I'm not going to sugarcoat that for you, but it can also be a start to the opportunity just to pay for your own purchases, to have a few, core friends order from you and help offset the items that you do purchase. Or it can be a start to savings where you save 20% on your purchases. That's what a lot of people do who join my team. They just purchase just for themselves. So they're just happy shoppers. So if that's something you're interested in, go check that out. There's a Q&A on my blog that answers a lot of common questions about the starter kit. And I would love for you to join my team. There's also, too, a lot of fun Stampin' Up! And team perks. I do have my Honeybee Home March Sweet Creations Club, where you can, there's 5 projects that we'll be making in March with the Honeybee Home Bundle. The registration deadline for that is on March 5th. There are 2 ways to register. You can either subscribe monthly to my Sweet Creations Club, or if you just want to try it out for 1 month, there is a link there for a non-subscription kit. And then, guys, I hope that you'll join us online to play Bunko. We do play Bunko online through Zoom. We play for Stampin' Up! Product prizes. We start the evening by doing some crafts, and then we play 12 rounds of Bunko and just have a lot of fun visiting and just socializing. So, guys, I hope that you will check those links out and sign up. And, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you join my email list so you can get the project sheet in tomorrow's email. So, guys, take care. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to crafting with you next week. Take care. Bye, guys.